Hi, I'm Freddie Roach. I'm a boxing trainer, and today we're going to give you an advanced lesson on how to box. I had the greatest trainer in the world, I think, Eddie Fudge, teach me how to box and how to do this sport. He trained me as a professional for 9 years. I had 54 pro fights, 150 amateur fights. And, I started boxing when I was 6 years old, so boxing is my life, and it's what I do. I have the Wild Card Boxing Club in Hollywood, California, and I get to the gym at 9 o'clock every morning, I go home at 8 o'clock every night. People say, how can you spend that much time in the gym? I says, well, this is what I do, and this is my life. And I've had 17 world champions so far, and Eddie Fudge has had 22, and I'm chasing them, but we'll see if I can get a few more in the near future, I hope. But again, Eddie was a great teacher. He taught me a lot about the game, inside and outside of the ring. And as I was a pretty good fighter, again, I had a lot of fights. I fought Bobby Chacon for the title, Hector Camacho, and I had a lot of good experience and so forth. But then when I retired from boxing, I became Eddie Fudge's assistant about a year later. Virgil Hill was getting ready for a fight. He was a sparring partner for James Shula. And so James Shula had all this attention in his corner. Eddie was training both guys, and Virgil came back to the corner in sparring one day, and he had nobody in his corner. So I went up there, gave him some advice, gave him a drink of water, and Virgil asked me if I would help him out, and that's how it all happened. I mean, I had no clue after my boxing career that I would be involved in boxing anymore in my life. I thought it was over. And then Virgil asked me to help him out because Eddie was busy with Larry Holmes and Ken Norton, all these other guys, these big heavyweight champions. So Virgil became my first champion when I was 27 years old. And I think I was the youngest trainer to become champion. And it was a great moment. I mean, I wanted to be champion of the world when I was a fighter, of course. I mean, that's every fighter's goal. I think that should be every fighter's goal. If you can't be world champion, I don't think you should be in this sport. I mean, there's easier ways to make a living. But, I fought for the title with two champions. I came up a little bit short. Again, I wish I could have been world champion, but I just wasn't at that level. I was just a little bit below it, and I tried my best, and I gave everything I did to boxing. And then becoming a trainer, though, with Eddie Fudge, I was Eddie's assistant again for 5 years, and Virgil was my first champion. And just helping him get to that point was great. I mean, I felt so good that night when he won the world title. He's a 4-1 dog. He knocked out Leslie Stewart in the 4th round. And it was a great moment in my life. I think probably the best. I was very happy, and it was almost like winning a world championship myself, but, well, not quite that, but at least I had a guy that I represented that he became world champion. And so since that time, I've been put in the Hall of Fame for my training, and I was Trainer of the Year in 2003. And like people like to say, boxing's been very good to me. I mean, I go back home to where I grew up in the projects in Dedham, Massachusetts, and a lot of people say, oh, you're lucky you get out and so forth. And I think it's just a choice in life. We all have that choice to get out of poverty or whatever. We just make that choice to better ourselves, and that's what I want to be. So boxing again has been good to me. It's my life. It's what I do, and I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you some technique, some real advanced stuff that Mr. Fudge taught me, and he made me what I am today. And we'll start a little bit on the punch mitts, and we'll go from there. There's always great counter punches out there, and Eddie taught me a lot of good moves as a fighter, and then taught me as a trainer also. And we're going to go through it right now. I'm going to show you Eddie Fudge's favorite move. And Eddie used to like me to drop my left hand a little bit, and give the person a target. Let them think that they can land the right hand, and you would throw the right hand at my chin, and he'd roll with it here with my shoulder, and I'd deflect that with my shoulder. As she threw that, I just right there. Now, don't make the mistake of coming up high on that shot. okay, and pulling away, because you'll get crushed. You've got to stay in and roll with the shot there. And once it touches my shoulder, you know it's gone. And the counter shot back was an uppercut to the body. And it's a very, very effective move. And if you were an Eddie Fudge fighter, you made that move. I saw Riddick Bowe make that move. I made that move. Joe Frazier made that move. It was just part of Eddie's way, and it was his favorite. It was his favorite combination, or favorite counter shot, actually. So I'm going to teach you how to make that move. Okay, you drop that left hand a little bit, and just to give me a target. Okay, and again, if the left hand is a little bit low for a reason, I can live with it. Okay, if you're setting something up, okay. But if you're not setting something up, have the hands up, because it'll make it a hell of a lot easier. You'll block a lot of shots. You'll block a lot of shots just by having good fundamentals and being in good position and having your hands up. But in this case, we're going to drop it a little bit just to set it up. Okay, so you drop that your right hand a little bit. Now, as I throw the right hand, you deflect that with your shoulder, and then you come back with your right uppercut right to my stomach. It's a great shot, because you've got two forces coming towards each other, and I tell you, body shots stay with you. Head shots you recover from. Body shots stay with you all night long, and they take a fighter's legs away. And that's why you see good fighters break the body down early in a fight and then go for the head a little bit later. And go ahead.
They're setting this for when they throw their right.
Yes.
Okay.
You're dropping the left hand, trying to suck the guy in a little bit.
As soon as you notice that they're going to throw, or
you know what?
Because it happens pretty fast.
It's going to be fast, okay? But you know, the thing is about boxing, we all know, because we're professionals, that to be comfortable at this position is something that's not going to happen overnight, of course. You know, again, the more time we spend in the ring, the more we do this sport, the more comfortable we get. But again, we're 6 inches away from each other, but you're a professional and I was a professional, so we're comfortable with this position. Yeah, I mean, we fight, and this is what happens in a fight. So the thing is, you're sucking them in a little bit. But it's a little bit dangerous, yes.
So
okay?
this would be good to work with on drills in the gym, with like
yes.
just
and
get comfortable.
And the thing is, you'll start this, like a move like this, you would start making as a on the mitts, you would start off, okay? And then on the heavy bag, you would think about it, okay? And in sparring, you have to try it, okay? Because if you don't try it in sparring, there's no way you're going to do it in a fight, okay? And I'll tell you what, the first couple of times I made the move, I got crushed. I mean, I rolled, my head came up, bang, right in the chin. And Eddie stopped me right there and corrected my move. And the thing is, it took me a couple of times, but once I got that timing down, boy, it was a great shot. I mean, I used to have guys just die with that body shot to the solar plexus. I mean, just, you knock the wind right out of them. And the thing is, they don't see it, or they don't expect it coming. It's a great counter shot. And again, if you drop that a little bit, you're going to give me your chin a little bit, right? But now here, the move is not to come up, it's to roll in right there. Stay in your position. And remember, once you feel the punch hit your shoulder, you go with your uppercut back at my stomach, okay? Because once you feel it, you've already deflected it and it's gone. You don't have to really worry about it, okay? It's right there. Good shot. It's okay. It's okay. Now let's do it again. No, don't get out of position. Okay. Roll with the shot right here. Roll. Deflect with that. No, come back with your shoulder. Okay. Don't get twisted, okay? Okay. Right here. Just throw your right hand at me. Slow motion right there. All right. Now from that position, throw it again. Boom, boom. I'm going with my right shoulder right to your solar plexus. Okay. Don't get tilted. Okay. When you roll with the shot, right there, be square. Good. And remember, you're not going to have to roll that far. You're going to just roll to the center. I'm going to your chin. Boom. As soon as you feel that hit your shoulder, you come back with your uppercut. Okay. All right. Roll. Good. Again. And then you get a left hook behind that. okay? Because my right hand's out here, I can't be covering, okay? You want to go with the right uppercut and the left hook behind it. Again. Good, again. Good job. Now, that's something that you've got to spend, it's an advanced move, and it's something you're going to have to spend some time with your trainer with, okay? The thing is, if you know, because I've seen people in the gym watch me make that move, and then I say them trying to teach their fighters, but they don't really understand why the move works and the mechanics behind it. So don't be afraid to ask me or someone that you see doing something. Don't be so closed-minded. I mean, we're all in this game together, okay? I mean, I have success because I have a good coach in Eddie Fudge and so forth, but I have no secrets, okay? Because I like people, and if I can help you, and you have me a question, you know, just ask me, you know, and I'll give you the truth. And about moves, why you would make that move, and the mechanics behind it. Because again, I see sometimes trainers that just see a move and they don't really understand why I'm making that move, so they try to copy it, but it's not correct because they don't understand the principle behind it. So, you know, don't be so closed-minded as a trainer, okay? And, you know, we're all in here to help each other, in my mind. So, unless you find one of my guys. So, but then, now, that was Eddie's favorite move, and all of Eddie's fighters made it. It's a very good move. And I'm going to go on to another great fighter of mine, Lucia Riker. I think the best woman fighter in the world. Sorry.
Oh,
But I think she is. Lucia is a very talented girl. Now, her favorite move is a similar move on the right-hand counter. Eddie used to tell me, only suckers get hit with right hands because it comes from too far away. You know, you're in this position here, you should see it coming. And I agree with Eddie a little bit, that only suckers should get hit with right hands. But if you set it up perfectly, then I will land it. And the thing is, the right hand has to be, you need to have a setup for it, you know. So now Lucia's favorite move is another counter shot, and again, it's a very advanced move, okay. Now Lucia, right here, we'll make this similar, it's a similar move because she'll drop the left hand a little bit, and she'll suck you in to throw the right hand at me, throw it at my chin, and as you throw that there, I'll hit you, she hits you with a body shot. And it seems like I've seen people say, the crowd go, ooh, like, and they thought that Lucia got hit, and the other girl's on the floor though. You know, and it's an amazing shot, and it's something that, again, you need to practice, and timing is very important.
I like that.
Okay, it's a great move, and again, it's one of those moves that you've got to practice in the gym. Okay, now the key to this move here is when the right hand comes at you, you're timing it. It's at the same time. So the motion that I'm throwing the left hook to the body is my shoulder's moving, and it's taking me away from your right hand. So it seems like I may be getting hit, but I'm really rolling with the shot. And again, until you get the timing of this shot down, you may get hit a couple times. You know, but this is boxing, okay? But the thing is once you get the timing of that move, it's a beautiful work of art, actually. I mean, it's just, it's a great shot. So you throw your right hand at my chin, right there, throw it straight at me. And as you start, as I see that right hand coming, I'll time it with the left hook of the body, okay? And the thing is, the motion of me going here brings this, it'll go right by my chin, so I'm rolling with it, okay? So it's a very, again, it's a calculated move, and it's payoffs are great, okay? But the thing is, you've got to learn it in the gym first, okay? And again, practice is in the gym because that's what the gym is for, okay? I hate when I see two fighters go in there and go to war at the gym. What for? No one's getting paid. I mean, no one's learning nothing. They're just trying to knock each other out. Go in there and practice the things you don't do well, okay? Because, you know, the things we do well, we've already got that down, okay? But let's work on the weaker points of our game, and go out there, and it'll make you a better fighter. And moves like this will make you a better fighter. But the thing is, it'll take time to execute the move correctly, and to get the timing of it, so you do land the shot, okay? And you might get hit a few times doing it. And then, like with Vladimir Klitschko, though, when I taught him that move, it just wasn't in his toolbox. It just wasn't comfortable to him. So you know what? We shied away from it, because again, some moves are comfortable with people and some aren't. But you can't force a fighter to make a move like that if he's not comfortable with it. Because if a fighter's not comfortable with it, he's not going to do it. I mean, it's plain and simple. Don't be hard-headed and force it on him. Okay? We can make another adjustment, and we'll find a better way that's comfortable with the fighter and the trainer. And it's a team, okay? And we work together on this, okay? So now here, I throw the right hand at your chin, right? You've had that there. I throw it at your chin. Good. Now I see a lot of people want to pull their shoulder and then go, but that's not the move, okay? Because if you pull the shoulder,
that's just more time.
It's more time for me to land my shot. So it's a timing shot. Again, it comes right from that position there. Right there, it's in your hip, bang. It's a short left uppercut to my body, and don't hit me too hard. So no, but I'm coming with a shot, good shot, okay? Now, that was good, but here, you took your eyes off me for a second, okay? The motion's gonna pull you away, yes,
So you still
boom, but your eyes are still focused on your opponent, because if you take your eyes off your opponent and you get hit with a shot that you don't see coming, again, that's the one that's going to put you on your ass. Okay, if you see a punch coming, you'll prepare for it, you'll roll with it a little bit, you'll absorb it with your body, you'll see it coming. Usually a punch that you see coming won't knock you down or knock you out, okay? The punch you don't see coming is the one that's going to do it. I've been knocked down twice in my life, and boy, it's just like I never saw it happening, because I took my eye off my opponent for a second, and when I came back into range, I got whacked, and then my ass hit the floor. So I was knocked out between there and the floor. So it wasn't a long time knocked out, because when my ass hit the floor, woke me up, and I said, "How the hell did I get here?" And I got up and I was pissed off a little bit, but it's part of boxing. Okay, so you roll with this shot. Good, right there. It's a timing shot. Again, you drop the left hand to suck him in and give him a target.
It's kind of more of a wider.
You don't want to be too wide with it, though, because now the position is, because I'm coming to you, and it's a counter shot. So I'm coming into your range. Okay, so when I throw the right hand there, that's a good shot. I mean, I can feel that shot, even though you just tapping me, but I can feel that shot. And let's reverse this and see it from a different angle. Right here, the way the shot hits my body. Good shot, right? It's just, I'm going right for her chin. I mean, as a trainer, don't lead her. Don't miss on purpose. Throw it at her chin. If she doesn't make the move right, she'll get hit. But again, if you don't do it this way, there's no way she's gonna do it in actual combat, because again, the person in combat is going to go for her chin, okay? So, good shot. Oh, boy. I told you not to hit me that hard. So she just knocked the wind out of me. But don't be sorry. It's okay. But that's a good move, and it's something you should work on, okay? And that's Lucia Riker's favorite move. And again, I remember the day she knocked the girl out. The crowd was like, she rolled the shot, and everyone thought she got hit, and the opponent was on the ground, and nobody saw the punch coming. And I did, though, but because I know her, and it was a great shot. And moves like this are again, they're advanced for a good fighter, but the thing is, you want to practice these moves in the gym, okay? Think about it. Use your head when you're setting these shots up, okay? Again, if you don't have your hand down for a reason, don't do it. I mean, why do you want your hands down here for no reason, and it's just leaving your hands up and just good fundamentals will show you that, you know, your best defensive fighters that are out there have their hands up. I trained Marlon Sterling, welterweight champion of the world. Best defensive fighter maybe I've ever trained. And you know why? Because he kept his hands up. He had good basics. He didn't lose that from the amateurs to the pro style. Okay? He wasn't, you know, everybody wants to be Muhammad Ali and float and keep their hands down and so forth, but there was only one of them. Okay? And again, here's a guy like James Toney that was born to fight. And, you know, I think most champions are born and not made. You know, the thing is, I mean, I don't care how good a trainer I am or anybody is. If you don't have talent to work with, you're not going to go too far with it. And the thing is, that's why I like to give my fighters the credit when they win, because, you know, I can help guide them through the fight and guide them into training camp and so forth. But you know what? It's up to them to win, to pull it off. And it's, you know, boxing, again, it's a very complicated sport in one aspect, but it's kind of simple in the other. And if you think about it, you actually, you know, like the countering shots, you know that after I throw a left hook to the body, 90% of the time I'm going to throw a left hook to the head. If I throw a 1-2 at you, usually the hook's going to come. You don't see too many people throwing a double right hand. But again, it's those guys that can be a little bit different also that I think are a little bit special. And it's good moves, okay? We can go on all day about making moves and so forth. I mean, there's so many different moves in boxing, but the thing is, remember, they all have to be set up. We'll go into like power punching right now a little bit. You know, if you're a good right hand puncher, you've got to set the right hand up, okay? And not every punch is used as a power shot at all times, okay? So I'm gonna throw a jab, left hook, right hand. Now the jab gets my position, okay? I land the jab, okay? Now the hook is just guiding her into the right hand, okay? It's a setup. It's not a hard shot. It's not a power shot, okay? So now the hook is getting her going into my right hand, and bang! I'm not gonna miss the right hand. I'm sorry I missed the fudge, but you know what? I will land the right hand if I set it up correctly, and he knows that too. But like Eddie told me, only suckers get hit with right hands unless you set it up perfectly. Okay, so I land the jab, I land the hook, and then the power right hand. Okay, every punch can't be a power shot because otherwise you're going to be so fatigued and so drained that you know you'll never go 12 rounds in a title fight throwing every shot like trying to kill the guy with. So some punches aren't designed for that. So in that combination, the jab is to get my distance, the hooks to get her, to lead her into my right hand, and the right hand's a power shot. Okay. Now on the other side, of course, now I'm going to throw a jab, a right uppercut, bang, and then a left hook. Now the left hook is a power shot. You usually end with your power shot, with your last shot. You're guiding them into the punch, okay? And again, that's what the sweet science is all about, okay? Again, it's not the strongest guy going out there swinging. It's setting things up and perfectly executing these things. You know, that's why knockdowns are worth a point. Because you know what? To execute that combination is like when two forces meet each other and you hit the person perfectly on the chin and they end up on their ass, it's worth a point. Because you set it up, it's nicely. Sometimes it will happen by accident, but usually not. You know, because again, everything has a reason in boxing, okay? So, you know, when you land the jab on me and you throw the hook in the right hand right there, bang. Now, on that right hand, though, because the hook's guiding me a little bit over top, it doesn't have to be straight as an arrow because it might just go over your shoulder. You have to lead him into it a little bit. It's a little bit of overhand right on that combination. Jab, hook, boom, boom. That's your power shot. Good job. Again, show me right there. Boom, boom, boom. Good. It's a setup shot. So, you know, and then we'll work this into the mitts at full pace. But again, at first you talk about it, we'll talk slowly about it and just guide them through it. Okay. Now I want you to go with the jab, right uppercut, and the left hook there. Now the left hook's a power shot. Okay. In that combination. Okay. Again, boom, boom. There you go. It's a power shot. So. right now we're going to go through a little bit of a mitt workout, and we're going to go full pace, and just to show you how it looks in actuality, and how it would happen in a fight and in combat. Okay. Again, we went over Lucia's favorite move and Eddie's favorite move, and we'll go over Virgil Hill's favorite move after a round, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. Right now, just to show you the combinations and the counters, because every time she throws at me, she leaves I have a chance to counter her. So we'll get into that a little bit more also on counter punching. Okay, box with me. So the mitts, jab. 1, 2, 1, 2. Follow through with the right hand. Don't punch at your target. Punch through your target. Right through me. 1, 2. Right hand. Right hand. That's a good job. Now, trainers, watch. You get a whole realm of your fighter you want to watch them pivot their feet. Okay, because everything in boxing is transfer of weight. Okay, you've got to be punching off the right foot at the right time. So pay attention to their feet. I see a lot of guys catching punches up here, but they're not looking at the feet. It's very important that the balance is good. They get a good base under them, and they're pivoting and punch. When you throw the right hand at me, there you go. You're pivoting with your right foot. You're catching. Eddie told me it's like a fence opening and closing, where one has to be pivoting, one has to be solid. So when I throw the right hand, I'm pivoting here, and my left leg's catching me. On the left hook is the exact opposite. I drop the weight back. This is catching me, and I'm pivoting there. So I'm punching off the right foot at the right time. And again, it's all about balance and being on balance at all times, okay? So 1, 2, 2 jab right hand. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 hook. 1, 2 hook. Get it back up. Jab, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2. Turn that right hand. Remember, the right hand starts out from your shoulder. Okay, bang, right through me. Use your body weight behind the shot. The arm only delivers the shot. Use your body weight. See your target. Again. Good. Jab. 2. So sometimes when you work in the midst like this, so you let them come to you and you see how they're working on their offensive side. But then if you have an opponent that's aggressive and you know that, then I will go to her a lot and make you back up. So again, if you know your opponent, you can emulate them and work both ways. But if you don't know your opponent, again, sometimes work forward, sometimes backwards, side to side. It's all necessary to work all ends of boxing. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 under my hook. Right away. 1, 2. Hook behind that.
Sorry.
No, 1, 2. Again. Now, when you're throwing a punch at a fighter, okay, as a trainer, don't go over the head on purpose. Throw it at their chin. It's because it's real. All right, her opponent's not going to throw over her head. So go for the target. Okay. So when she throws a 1, 2 at me, if she doesn't go under, she's gonna get hit. Just plain and simple. Okay. She knows it's coming, so make the move correctly. Okay. 1, 2. Right. Don't hesitate. As soon as you go under, go with the right. 3 back. 1, 2. 3 back. Good job. Good. Jab. Don't get behind me. Stay here. Right foot. Right. Good. 2. 2 jab right hand. 2 jab right hand. 1, 2. 1, 2 hook right hand. 1, 2 left hook right hand. Again. Get it back. Good job. So that's basically how I work the mitts, and very good.
Thank you.
Okay, be careful sometimes about getting too square. Okay, again, you see the mistakes they're making, and you see the positive side also. And again, you work on the weaknesses though, if you can. Push on that, okay? So, very good work. And again, I'll show you one more move before we go here. Now, Virgil Hill's favorite move, okay? And Virgil was my first world champion. I mean, I was 27 years old, and he was my first fighter, my first world champion. And he knocked out Leslie Stewart in the 4th round in Atlantic City. It was a great night of my life. And how he knocked him out was great. He set it up again. He sucked him in. You got to suck him in a little bit as he dropped the left hand a little bit. So we'll have me do it first. And it's another counter shot. Okay, Eddie's shot, again, was a roll with the right uppercut. Lucie's shot was a roll with the body shot. Virgil's favorite shot was a left hook over the right hand to the temple. It's a great shot. Again, he drops his hand here. The right hand was coming at me, at him, straight again. And he landed the left hook. It's a timing shot. It's perfectly timed, but you've got to see it, okay? And the thing is, in boxing, you've got to have good sight. I mean, that's very important. If you see what's happening in front of you, don't take your eye off your opponent. Be focused, okay? Be wide-eyed and see everything, okay? I mean, because like, I know some people say look at their feet, look at their hands, look at their eyes. I think it's a whole, look at their shoulders. It's a whole general picture. I'm experienced enough to see everything, okay? From this position, I can see when she moves her feet, her hands, her eyes, whatever she moves, okay? But the thing is, when she picks her foot up to come to me, I know it, I see it, okay? It's not, I don't think you should just stare at one thing. In my book, you see the general picture, okay? But it's very important to stay focused on that picture, okay? So if, you know, I see her pick that foot up, I know she's coming with the jab usually. Again, these again, don't make it too complicated, okay? You know, when the jab's coming, you see her step in with it, okay? And if she doesn't step with the jab and she reaches with that, it puts herself in a little bit of trouble with the overhand right I would land. And again, it's complicated, but it's really not though. Just think about it, okay? Just settle down and don't get flustered, okay? And I know it's hard to do. As a young kid, I remember boxing in the Junior Olympics. After 3 rounds, I was so tired, and I said to my dad, I says, you know, how am I going to go 15 rounds when I get, you know, ready for world title fights and stuff like this? I'm so tired after 3 rounds, but you'll get comfortable in the ring the more time you spend there. It's just part of life. The more time you, that's why my fighters in wild card, my professionals that are experienced, they box on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because I don't think sparring every day is good for them, because I don't believe in fighters taking beatings every day and just taking too many shots, and I don't believe in getting in shape. You don't get in shape by sparring. You get in shape from your road work and all the exercises that we do, that Justin does. As you can see, that's where our condition comes from. Sparring should be for timing, accuracy, and sharpness, okay? So my pros, they don't box every day. They box 3 days a week. The Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are strategy day, middays pretty much. So we go through that, and you know, we see what they did the day before, the mistakes they made, and we improve that the next day with the mitts and the mistakes they're making, and we show them why and how to counter the shot. So the thing is, so you're going to get a general picture of the person, a whole picture. And again, you want to be wide-eyed and you want to see things. And here,
like I have a tendency to square off, like you said.
Yeah. So now,
what kind of a
when you do that, when you get square like that, not only are you a big target, okay, but you're cheating your right hand. You've got a good right hand, yes, but from this position, you're pushing it, okay? You're pushing the right hand because the shoulder's already halfway there. From this position, now you get the rotation of your body and you can hit with your full body weight. It'll be a hell of a lot difference if we're punching with a body weight and just our arm weight and so forth. So in that position there, so after you get a tendency of throwing the right hand and bringing the hand back but not bringing the shoulder back. Make sure you bring that shoulder back and get back on cue. Okay, very important, all right? So again, we'll get back to Virgil's favorite move after I get off track a little bit there. But Virgil's favorite move was he'd drop his left hand, you'd throw the right hand, and right over the top, right there in the chin. All right? So again, you suck me in a little bit here. It's a timing shot, and yes, and as you pull, boom, the weight's in the back foot. Okay, remember, you don't come up high, stay down low, weight's in the back foot, and it's a great counter shot over the top. Boom. Good. You hit a guy in the chin like that, he didn't see the punch coming. When he knocked Leslie Stewart out, it was a great night for Virgil. That was exactly how he did it, just that left hook over the top. It's just, and again, it's a natural move for Virgil. It's something that he does automatically. It's just, he's perfected it. It's just like, if you throw a right hand at Virgil, he's going to throw the hook at you. I mean, it's plain and simple. And probably a mistake a little bit that he does that every time, though, because he should vary it a little bit. And his last fight, we talked about that, but he still has that little bit of a habit. So, but you know, he's a multi-time world champion and a great fighter and a good guy. So, you know, we went through some of the advanced moves, advanced counter shots today. Footwork, always on balance. Remember, always don't be big target. Keep your stance nice and balanced. And remember, don't cross your feet. You know, if you're moving to your left foot first. You're moving to your right foot first. You're moving back, right foot. We never want to step and end up here, because if we get stuck here, we get hit by a shot, we're going to get knocked on our ass for no reason other than being off balance. And then he's going to give him a 2-point round, and you've got to win 2 more rounds to catch up, just to get even. And that should never happen in boxing, okay? Not at this level. At the advanced level of boxing, all right, we don't make mistakes like that. And the thing is, it's just good habits, you know, keep practicing, good habits, work hard, and again, good things will happen. And, you know, if you're a young guy coming up and so forth, just keep working, and, you know, hard work pays off. That's what champion's about. I've always believed that there's talented guys out there, natural ability, have all talent in the world, but they're a little bit lazy. There's guys out there that work hard, maybe don't have the talent, but then you get the guy with the talent and the hard work. Those are the world champions. And, you know, I couldn't achieve that myself in my career. I came up a little bit short. Sure, I'm disappointed. I didn't achieve my goal. A little bit. I had a little bit of, yeah, it bothers me a little bit, but I wish I could have been better. But I knew I did my best, and I gave 100%. And that's all you can do. Give 100%, work hard. Again, boxing's a hard game. Don't, you know, if you want to have fun, go play checkers or something like that, you know. Yeah. But, you know, this is serious. This is a hard game. If you choose it, deal with it. You know, it's just like a woman fighter. You know, when I first started training Lucia, I wasn't sure. You know, I'm training a girl in a man's sport, and you know, but her work ethic was so good that I couldn't deny her. She worked so hard. She worked harder than some of my world champions. You know, and I just said, hey, you know, this girl deserves a shot. I mean, I'm not, but she gets treated the same as the boys, though. You know, it's because if you choose it, you deal with it. Okay? Give me a 1-2 slip. Ooh, you know, I see a lot of people doing one slip like that. They want to slip.
Title Boxing's got you covered with more action-packed videos to get you in the best condition of your life. Featuring Danny Campbell, Michael Rutherford, Jeff Fennick, Russ Anberg, Justin Fortune, and Freddie Roach. They'll put you through the paces to show you everything you need to know to improve your speed, strength, agility, and stamina. How to wrap hands, hitting the heavy bag, medicine ball, attaining the edge of speed, interval training, punching at angles, advanced techniques, explosive speed and power, mastering the basics, punchment secrets, getting bigger and stronger, dynamic speed and thrust, counter punching, working the corner, defensive skills and drill, body punching, losing weight, cross training, basic and advanced boxing techniques, punching bag training, and more. Get only the ones you want, or get maximum impact with the entire series. Get the secrets of over 80 years of combined boxing and physical training experience in one action-packed video series. Where do you get it? Exclusively at TitleBoxing.com. TitleBoxing.com. If we don't have it, you don't need it.